Hello and welcome to To Do Tuesday. This is Deb from Kitchen to Shelf. That's kitchen, the number two shelf.com, what you need to know to grow. So this week we're continuing to talk about your online presence and we're continuing to talk about RangeMe. So last week we talked about the free version of RangeMe, which is probably great for a lot of you. But I want to talk about the premium version. And even if it isn't right for you now, it might be in a little while. And there's really some advantages to having that premium version. And the first one is you're 7 times more likely to be found by a buyer if you have that premium version. And that's because to have that premium version, you have to be a verified vendor, which means that checks off a lot of boxes for the buyer. And what does it mean to be a verified vendor? It means that RangeMe's went through to make sure and double check that you are retail ready. So they're going to go through and check your insurance. They're going to go through and check and make sure that you have a packaging that's correct with your UPC code and your ingredients list and the other requirements that are there. So for the buyer, it's a way for them to weed out and say, okay, I want to make sure that the people I'm dealing with are retail ready. So that's one of the things that they might look at when they're going online to look for a certain type of product. The other advantage of being on the premium account is you have access to the buyers. Now, of course, this isn't unlimited access, but there is a way for you to connect with the buyer through RangeMe. And, if you don't know who you're supposed to connect with at a certain store, that is a huge advantage. The other thing is a lot of the stores let RangeMe know when they are doing a category review. And the category review is when they look at a category and decide what adjustments they're going to make. So they might be like, okay, it's time to do a category review on granola. And so they do that once or twice a year. So you want to be in that process, right? And know when to contact them when they're looking at when they're going to be purchasing and making changes in the granola section. So those are some of the advantages. You also get a lot of insights on who's viewing your profile. So there's a lot of other things too, but those are the main ones that make it really a kind of a good investment if you're at the right point to invest in the premium RangeMe. Now, they did give Steve a special deal. So if you are interested in the premium deal, please reach out to Steve. And as all of those that know us, you know that really we're looking out for your best interest. So if we didn't think it was something that was worth it, we wouldn't reach out and talk to them about it or talk to you about it. So connect with Steve and let him know if you're interested, and he can tell you about that, special deal that they have for that premium account. And your to-do for this Tuesday is to look at and figure out, are you ready to maybe make that step to premium? With that, it's Deb from Kitchen to Shelf. That's kitchen, the number two shelf.com, what you need to know to grow. Talk to you next week.